Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics of the day and the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense and just the right amount of sarcasm by an expert in financial literacy. And hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. All right, today is Wednesday, July 20th, and I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on WWDB Radio 860 AM in Philadelphia, and we are live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Hey, if you want to connect with me, please go to contactlarry.com, and you can find all my social media connections. You can even find a way to email me if you have any questions. That's contactlarry.com. Just a reminder, if you're watching online, hit that like button. All right, guys, I need a favor. I got a radio station who's thinking about putting me on the air, and they say I don't have enough listeners. So I need your help, guys. I need your help to hit that share button and get more people to watch this. So hit the share button, share it with your friends, share it in groups. I need to get my viewership up to prove to them that I do have the listeners. So please hit the share button, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook as well. You can also comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And please say hi so I know you're watching. Hey, real quick, quite a few people saying hi already. It looks like we've got, let's see, we've got Mike and Bill and Betsy and Charles and James and Deb. Thanks so much. I always appreciate you guys watching. Thanks so much. Hit that share button. I got to get other people watching as well. Thank you, thank you. And by the way, if you're commenting from a group and it's not the Money Chat Now fan page, your name may not show up on my dashboard, so please go to the Money Chat Now page, comment there, so I can recognize you. Money Chat Now, of course, is brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class tomorrow night by going to investorschooling.com. I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow night. I'm going to be talking about how to literally buy stock options. So if you want to learn about how to literally buy them, the instructions on how to do it, you want to be in class tomorrow night, Thursday night, go to investorschooling.com. And you'll also learn about real estate investing and stock options trading from those who do it every day. All right, on today's show, of course, we're going to be talking about the recap and the update. We're going to be talking about the continuing Twitter saga. We're going to be talking about Kamala. That is a calamity. That's exactly right. Instead of Kamala, let's call it Calamita. Whatever. Kamala Harris or Newsom for president. And we can talk about Snapchat. All right. Let's talk about the recap and the update, and let's see what's going on. Yay. Yesterday was a pleasant surprise. I actually expected the market to tank following the day before's reversal, but it was a really good day after all. That one surprised me. The big loser of the day, of course, though, was IBM when their earnings report came in with weak guidance. I was surprised to see that Microsoft and Apple were both unscathed by this report. Usually they would go down if IBM goes down, but they both went up, but IBM still went down about 5%. I watched all the plays I predicted to go up actually go up. Except, of course, I made the mistake of thinking I had another day to buy them. Ugh. If I would have bought Meta, it jumped up about 8.5 points. If I would have bought Boeing, like I suggested to do, it jumped up 8.5 points. And they were great plays. If I just would have followed my instincts the day before, I would have been very happy right now. It is what it is. As you know, I've been a bit gun-shy as the market really beat me up this past year. I've been playing it kind of conservatively with a bunch of covered calls, and I am up. It's just that I'm not up the numbers I'm usually up. The strategy has actually held my account up, but days like yesterday, I'm missing out on some really big gains. Well, the travel stocks also rocked it. Listen to this, guys, as the CDC is no longer giving directives to cruise lines about COVID, you know, the big scamdemic. I checked online for the rules about COVID requirements on both Royal Caribbean and Carnival, and they have not changed it yet. However, they do have an announcement saying that they are going to be updating the rules soon. So let me tell you basically what this means. The CDC is specifically saying that cruise lines can make up their own rules about masks, vaccines, and testing. Wow, you mean they're free again? Huh. All right, so currently the rules say that you must be vaccinated to cruise and have a COVID test at least 2 days prior to sailing. These were the CDC's rules, not the rules for cruises. Carnival somehow had a 10% exception since mid-June, so just a couple of weeks ago they put a 10% exception, and they allowed 10% of the passengers to be unvaccinated in kind of like a lottery-type choice. You have to apply, pay in full, and then if you're chosen, you can be unvaccinated on the cruise. I don't want to let them know I'm unvaccinated. I don't think that's fair. I think that's between me and my doctor. However, this will probably all go away. The main problem with this is the fact that many of the destinations still require vaccines sent to the land. So you got to keep that in mind. So you may go to a cruise somewhere and they require the vaccine and you're not going to be allowed off the ship. Anyway, all this will change soon, or at least I hope it's going to change soon. Netflix yesterday reported earnings after the bell, and bam, the stock took off. The earnings per share were higher than expected at $3.20 a share versus $2.95 a share. That's a pretty nice difference. The revenue was ever so slightly down. They didn't mind it, but everything was about the subscribers. It's all about subscribers. The subscribers, basically, they were wondering if they're going to be increasing or decreasing, and some expected the company to lose as many as 4 million subscribers, and others foresaw a loss of 1.5 million subscribers. So they were thinking that Netflix would lose anywhere from 1.5 million to 4 million subscribers. And basically, that's what was happening. So they actually came in, and they came in at subscribers less than 1 million subscribers is what they lost. The other thing that's holding this stock up, it's really weird that the subscribers are going down, but the stock's going up. But part of what's bringing the stock up is a new ad-supported plan. They're considering more sponsorship for their shows and movies. Look, I got to tell you, it's a good idea. And by the way, it's such a good idea that if you want to be a sponsor on this show and help me, be like Netflix, please contact me at Contact Larry. You'll be featured on this show and my weekend show at least 8 times a week. So hey, a little plug there. So if you really want to push your business, be on this show, because all those listeners that you're giving me right now are going to make it easier for me. Oh yeah, let's get back to the update report. So the final numbers, as I said, it clocked in at just under 1 million lost subscribers, and it made Wall Street happy, at least for now. Now, here's something interesting. It also made Disney go up a bit, and I actually predicted this one. Disney is very connected as a streaming service on the news of Netflix doing well, so it helped push Disney's stock up. Johnson & Johnson was another that missed guidance, but the earnings were pretty good. The stock just dropped a little bit, and the stock right now is trading at about 172, and personally I think that's high, but I'm waiting for the 160s range, and then I would look at it again. Even Twitter moved up $1 yesterday to put it right below the 40 mark. I'm going to get into Twitter in just a second, so let's take a look at the futures right now. And right now, the Dow is predictably down. It's down about 72. The S&P is down 4, and it looks like the Nasdaq is up 18. And I think the market's going to go down a little bit today, and I'm counting on it. Actually, I have a put on the SPY. All right, let's talk about the continuing Twitter saga and what's going on. The two sides have basically claimed their stakes for a court date. So I don't know if you know this. As you know, Elon Musk offered $44 billion to buy Twitter. A few months later, he got cold feet, blaming Twitter for misrepresenting the amount of fake user accounts on Twitter. And, as of 2 weeks ago, he sent a letter from his attorney to retract his offer and wants to walk away from the deal. Well, Twitter, of course, immediately filed a lawsuit against Musk for specific performance. Now, specific performance simply means that when you agree to a deal, you have to make that deal. Now, specific performance could also result in the seller getting an amount from the buyer equal to the damages caused by the non-performance. An example in this case could simply be the difference between the share price versus the current share price. So, for example, if Elon's offer of $54.20 is now compared to the price of the stock at about $40 a share, he could be liable for damages. That's the difference of $14.20 a share, plus attorney costs, plus any other damages that he want to add to it, blah, blah, blah. But it would still be a lot less than the $44 billion that he would have to pay. If the court orders him to buy Twitter, which I don't really know how that's enforceable, but it could be, and it certainly is a possible scenario. Of course, Musk does have a $1 billion breakup fee, so that was also put in the contract. So we know there are many different paths that this case can take. Well, when Twitter filed a lawsuit against Musk for specific performance, they asked for a date in September. Musk and his attorneys asked for a delay of about a year. So the attorneys for Twitter argued that a delay like this could cause irreparable harm to the Twitter company as Musk continues to bash, in their words, disparage, or in attorneys' words, disparage Twitter, causing the stock price to drop. I got to tell you, I really admire good attorneys, and these guys are pretty smart. So Musk's lawyer, Andrew Rossman of Quinn Emanuel, argued that the expedited timeline was too aggressive for his team to review the massive data trove at Twitter. which basically what Musk wants to do to review or verify the percentage of spam accounts on the platform. But Savid, the attorney for Twitter, said that determining the percentage of spam accounts is not necessary in this case since nothing in the merger agreement turns on that question. Ooh, this is getting good. All right, well, a Delaware judge named Kathleen McCormick agreed with Twitter and gave an expedited date of October date for the trial. Here's something interesting about McCormick. She was actually a judge who presided on a similar but smaller case of specific performance just about a year ago. Now, I got to tell you something. Cases for specific performance are extremely rare because most of the parties in the case will settle way before the court date. But in a case that stemmed out of the pandemic, a private equity firm called Snowfips Group entered into a definitive agreement to sell its portfolio company, a company called DecoPac Holdings, to a private equity firm called Kohlberg & Company. Kohlberg had agreed to purchase DecoPac for $550 million, most of which was to be funded through debt financing, so they would get private lenders. By the way, you might recognize the name of DecoPac. They are a cake decorating company. I'm sure you've had a cake decorated with some of their decorations on it. Even if it was a stick sign that just said happy birthday, or maybe those candles with numbers on them. That's DecoPac. Anyway, Kohlberg agreed to buy the company, and it was great until the shutdowns of the scamdemic spooked the buyers. The buyers claim that the numbers were given at the sales and revenue may not reflect the current numbers due to the government overreach shutdowns. The buyers were buying this company with debt from private lenders and investors, so the private lenders backed off when the buyers showed the lenders that the original projections may not be accurate. So, of course, this caused the lenders to back off, and the buyer was unable to complete the purchase. The buyers sent a termination letter to the sellers, and the sellers sued. I read the case notes, and they're fascinating, but in the end, Judge Kathleen McCormick ruled in favor of the seller, and the buyer was forced to buy the company for the price of $550 million. Look, now listen to this. Now Musk has to face this same judge in his case as well, and frankly, from what I've read, the bot issue looks a lot like the COVID issue here. I'm really looking forward to this case. I didn't watch any of the Depp Heard trial, if you guys watched that, but this one, if this one's televised, I will definitely get my popcorn. Musk is gonna have a tough time with this judge, and I'm sure his attorneys are aware of this. So I'm going to say watch for breaking news in this case right around September, when it's likely that a settlement will be agreed on. All right, let's take a quick break here, and I'll see you guys in a minute.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You've thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask one of your burning questions to the stock options sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call 866-424-2829 for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes, or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited. So what are you waiting for? Call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
Welcome back to Investor Schooling. Welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And of course, if you'd like more information on Investor Schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829, 866-424-2829. Hey, I want to thank you all for listening on WWDB Radio 860 AM in Philadelphia. And if you're watching online, hey, I need you guys to do me a favor. I seriously need you guys to share this right now, because I got to get my listenership up. We got a radio station that's interested in our show, and we need to show them that we have a lot of listeners. So please share it. A couple people to say hi to online. We got John and Tom and Mike. Oh, Michael is my big fan, Michael. We got Tommy and James, and looks like Royce, Lucy, and Glenn, and Mike and Bill. And I think I said hello to Betsy, but if not, let me say hello to Betsy again and Charles. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please hit that share button. Very, very important. Hit that like button also. Let me know you enjoy the show. And you can also leave comments on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And, of course, I'll try to respond to them live. All right, so far, of course, we've been talking about the recap and the update. We talked about the continuing Twitter saga, and it's going to be an interesting case. Coming up, we have Kamala or Newsom for president and Snapshot. And, of course, then we have today's picks and plays. Hey, did you guys hit that like button? Hit the share button. Hey, don't forget to leave comments. By the way, also, if you're listening on WWDB Radio, be sure and set a preset to this station and listen every day at 7:30. And look up Money Chat now when you get home and let me know what you think of the show. Hey, before we start the second half, my book is now available. Go to wherever fine books are sold, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, I don't care, and order my new book, Money Hacks, and you'll have it in a couple of days. That's right, the physical book is here. It's ready for your order. Go to wherever fine books are sold, order the book, Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. I promise you're going to learn something before you even finish the first chapter. I've had a couple of people email me already asking me questions about it, so it's pretty good. All right, let's talk about Kamala or Newsom. Hey, if you recall yesterday, I reported a story about who had the lowest approval ratings of all the presidents for about the past 75 years, and it turned out to be Nixon. But Biden is very close and has already passed Carter in the lowest approval ratings. Well, the Democrats are struggling to find another candidate as the doddering old fool in the White House is showing signs of dementia and fragility. The Democrats are clearly looking for someone who can do even more damage to the United States, and rumors of the two worst possible candidates, I guess, or best possible candidates if your goal is to destroy this country, have been floating around. And the rumors are Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom. Oh, my God. Just the thought of that. Oh, no. Well, apparently Harris has been in touch with a small group of allies who helped her organize her successful California campaigns for district attorney, attorney general, and U.S. State Senate, and has held private meetings of at least 3 supporters in her residences, according to rumors. Harris has also said she's had interviews that she plans to run on Biden's ticket in 2024. Yeah, okay. Another rumor was a Wall Street executive who raised money for Biden's 2020 campaign said he has heard from both Harris and also Newsom in recent weeks about the issue of a possible run. So publicly, Newsom denies he's running, and I have learned that it's an important denial because as soon as you declare that you're running, all kinds of media rules apply. Just so you know, that's why I haven't officially declared my running for president yet, because can you imagine how Facebook would punish me for that one? So if I say I'm going to be running for president, or if I'm thinking about running for president, you know, Facebook would certainly punish me. Anyway, I don't know whether to laugh or cry. If either of these idiots get into office, it's going to be ugly for this country. We saw the dictatorships like the approaches for California, and now there's a rumor that they're bringing back mandatory masks in some part of Los Angeles County. You know, follow the science. The political science, of course. So many of you want Biden to resign or maybe just die peacefully in his sleep. But remember, then we'd have the laughing hyena as president. If you think Biden's approval rating is low, holy cow, Nixon would be a hero compared to Harris. Biden has also said he will run again, which much to the chagrin of the Democrat Party. Honestly, they don't want him either. Well, if we finally have election integrity, we won't have to worry about these nuts getting into office. But damn, if they do, we're in big trouble. Here's a question for the online audience. So if you're online and if you're listening in your car, you can yell the answer really, really loud in the radio and give your answer. So here's the question first. So if you're online, please put your answer in. And if you're in your car, yell the answer really, really loud. I'm sure I can hear you. So here's the question. Should Trump run again? Let me know in the comments, should Trump run again? And, oh, wait a minute. I think I hear somebody already yelling. Oh, never mind. It was a liberal with that language for sure. Wow. Whew, boy. Oh, boy. I can't believe it. All right. So let me know if everybody else, if he should run. All right. Let's talk about Snapchat now. So do you use Snapchat? I sure don't. Frankly, to me, it's worse than Twitter. I can't figure out what to do with it. But apparently 332 million people are using it. I believe it's mostly teenagers, but India has the most users of any country with about a third of the total users there. So I kind of smell fake accounts, don't you? India has 1/3 of the accounts? Yeah, I certainly smell fake accounts there. But since I'm not buying Twitter or Snap, I really don't care. This story is not about fake users anyway. It's about Snapchat creating a web portal for their popular smartphone-only app. Snap, the parent company of the popular app, said it's debuting Snapchat for web, allowing users to send messages and make video calls to their contacts from their computers. So think about this. Why would they do this? Well, by moving onto desktops, Snap may be acknowledging that its user base is growing up, and many of them are now working on big screens at home and in their office. Look, Mommy, I have a real computer now, and I could be on Snapchat. Yay! Ugh. So the Snapchat for web will only be available to Australian and New Zealand users so far. Did you know, by the way, that Snapchat has a premium service called Snapchat Plus? Users actually pay $3.99 a month for more advanced features like, ready for this? They can change the style of their app icon, and they can actually see who's viewing their content. Wow. Sounds like a bargain to me. All right, Snap is scheduled to report its second quarter earnings tomorrow after a tough first half of the year. For the company, Snap shares cratered 43% in May, and the company is down about 70% after they had terrible guidance. Frankly, I don't even know how they're not in the single digits. But at $14 a share, I believe the single digits are just around the corner. All right, look for the web version of the useless software coming soon, and look for Snap earnings tomorrow after the bell. All right, let me take a commercial real quick, and I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and I've written a book called Money Hacks. The subtitle to this book is Because Everything You Think You Know About Money is Wrong, and I promise you there are things you think about money that are wrong. There are chapters in this book that I think you will find absolutely fascinating, and some of them are, what is money anyway? Can money buy happiness? I'll bet you don't know the answer to that question. The truth about credit scores, how you can actually use credit cards to rebuild your credit. I also have chapters on being your own bank, how to buy houses with an IRA, and how to invest with other people's money. There are so many other chapters. There are 22 total chapters in this book, and I promise you're going to learn how to make more money and pay less taxes when you buy this book. My name is Larry Steinhouse. The name of the book is Money Hacks. You can get this book wherever fine books are sold, and you can go to barnesandnoble.com right now and pre-order it. I hope that you will enjoy it. Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. Hey, don't forget, real quick, I wanted to remind you guys that this show is now open to sponsorship. I got to tell you, I've sold hundreds of books to people who listen and watch the show every day, and we have raving fans. So if you want to advertise your product or services on our show, please reach out to me. Let me know. The best way to reach me, if you'd like, reach me for just about anything if you want to, even my email or my phone number is go to www.contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. Hey, real quick, I noticed a couple of people online. We got Lewis who said he got the book in the mail yesterday. So take a look and definitely let me know what you think of that book, Lewis. Also leave me reviews, of course. And then we got a couple of other people saying hi. It looks like Lou and Michael and Royce are all saying hi. And by the way, most of you think that it would be great for Trump to run, and some of you are saying that DeSantis would be a better choice, and that's okay. I like either one, but I actually like the idea of Trump, DeSantis, and then DeSantis. So if you understand what I mean. By the way, did you guys watch the interview yesterday with Daniel Lay, the kid who was fired for being a Trump fan? Look, if you didn't see it, it's great. Go back. You can go to moneychatnow.com and watch it there, and you'll also find all the other interviews as well. And you can also find Money Chat Now breakout stories on Spotify. So if you want to go to Spotify, just search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse, and you'll be able to find all of that. All right, so far we've been talking about the recap. Let's see, the futures right now are down 84. The S&P is down 7, and the NASDAQ is up 10. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that share button. Tell all your friends about this show. I need some viewers. I need your help. Hey, have them also like the Money Chat Now fan page, and they can get notified of the show every day. And you can also leave comments on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or YouTube, and tag some of your friends in those comments as well. If you're listening on WWDB Radio, don't forget to set a preset to this channel every day. And listen every day at 7:30 for all you need to know about the politics behind the stock market. And, of course, you'll have some great entertainment. All right. Okay, real quick. So let's get to some great tips of the day. So I don't know, is this a real rally or is it just a predictable reaction to earnings season? I know sometimes hard to determine what's really going on. Stocks have been beaten down so much that they may have hit their bottom about a month ago. I normally would be playing the options that, pretty hard right now, but I played it a bit conservative, waiting to see how this plays out in the next month. If you're in any positions, you're pretty happy right now. If not, it might be too late for this cycle. You might want to take some risk. If you might want to take some risk, you want to see if there's any weakness in tech stocks today. So if it happens, dive in with caution. Even the VIX is calming down. It's below 25. We may have found a new pattern, and if it's true, I'll be very happy because predictable patterns are how stock option traders make money. Tesla and Alcoa are on deck for earnings report after the bell. This will be big. Tesla is an anomaly to me at this point. It's trading at 750, and it should be splitting 3-1 if the board approves this on August 4th. I believe they will. However, I'm not so sure it's going to go to 1,000 again. I actually think it's going to trade to 250 and probably even drop. All right, watch for it when it happens. And let's see real quick how the market's doing right now. We got the futures. We got the Dow is down 78. The S&P is down 7, and the NASDAQ is up 10. Really quick on crypto scene. Bitcoin is hovering around 22,500. If you remember, my first prediction was that it would hit 28,000 before it dropped. And let's see what happens. Ethereum is hovering around 1,500. It might be time to add to some gold and silver to your portfolio. They're really disappointing me with gold around 1720 and silver under 19. That might be a play, especially if you're a collector of gold and silver. I buy silver a lot. I do buy some gold, but I mostly buy silver, so I think I'm going to add some to my portfolio. Don't forget the Treasury bonds are also hovering below 3% and not moving much at all. Oil is back to 103 to 104 a barrel. But here's an interesting thing. The average gas price is below 5. Below 4.5, I should say. Below $4.5. Aren't you excited? Let's go midterms. Hey, I want to thank all the listeners on WWDB Radio 860 AM for your support. I want to thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please reach out and let us know if you have. And if you're watching online, and don't forget to share it. Don't forget to like it. Don't forget to tell all your friends. And don't forget to, keep in touch. Go to contactlarry.com. That's www.contactlarry.com. If you'd like to reach me, there you can send me an email, especially if you've gotten the book, you want to tell me about it. Don't forget to go to Amazon if you have the book. Don't forget to go to Amazon and leave me a review. I totally appreciate that as well. The book, of course, is called Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse, and you will have you'll really enjoy reading it. And everybody out there, have a profitable day.